Good morning, everyone. It is Monday morning. It is just a little bit past 11, and I'm coming to you on a very crisp, but not so bad cold, not as cold as it has been anyway, morning. Uh, and it's Monday again. I feel like we blinked and this weekend like went by. I don't know if you feel that way as well. Time has been weird recently. Like it feels like there's no like rhyme or reason to time. It feels like it just sort of sometimes it feels really fast and sometimes it feels really slow and like it doesn't seem to have like relevance as much as it used to. I'm not sure how to describe it other than like it just, time just feels like a weird thing. Like sometimes the time between when my alarm first goes off and the second time, it's only 9 minutes, but sometimes it feels like it's been an hour. And then sometimes it feels like it's been 2 minutes and I'm like it's the same 9 minutes. It doesn't make any sense. And I feel like that was true for this weekend. Like the days felt long and actually kind of languorous and lovely. Um, I spent I spent the day Saturday on the couch. Like I never really got off the couch, and it was great to do that and not be sick. Like I've done that on occasion recently when I felt sick or I didn't feel great, blah blah. And I was battling sort of a migraine on Friday into a little bit of Saturday. I just didn't. I was tired, but I didn't have anything to do. I didn't have any place to go. I didn't have anything that was terribly pressing, and so I just let myself sort of stop and relax and recharge and just I watched a show. I don't know if you've seen this show, A Discovery of Witches. Um, but so this show is fantastic, and I might be late to the game because it's already the third season, and but I never watch television, so I started it. There's three seasons, and I started it on Friday, and I finished season two yesterday. Like I literally binged watched this whole show, but it's basically, I described it to somebody the other day as if a grown up Twilight met Outlander, and they had a baby that was raised under the guidance of the Ministry of Magic. That's kind of what A Discovery of Witches is about, and it's really nothing like. I mean, it's a very 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 cool story about witches and demons and vampires that live in society among us, and it's just really 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 cool show and forbidden alliances and love stories. And the first season was good. It wasn't like amazing, but it was good. The second season though was like whoa. So I can't wait to see what happens in the third season because it was really cool. So do yourselves a favor, get through the first season because the characters are they're so well developed. It's based on a series of books which I am just starting to read, and someone's like, "Well, you're going to read the books after you've watched the show?" And I'm like, "Absolutely," because I firmly believe that the books will be even better with infinitely more detail, but these characters are beautiful. They're just like the main character, this witch Diana is fucking fierce. She's crazy. She's not crazy. It's crazy. She's awesome. Like she's completely fearless. Like completely fearless. She stands down millennia old vampires and crazy powerful witches and like just fearless. She's awesome. Anyway, so that's what I did. It felt really good to allow myself to stop and not do on Saturday. And even not do much on Sunday. Like I didn't do much except go to Patty's house and watch the rest of the Discovery of Witches series season. And that was lovely. It was really nice to do, and it felt like it was necessary. And if you've joined us, say hi. Tell me who you are. Wave. Give me a heads up. And if you're watching a replay, let me know that too. Good morning. Hi. How are you? Um, yeah. So anyway, so we were talking about how so many of us right now are just kind of feeling a little whatever we're feeling. There's angst, there's anxiety, there's a little bit of like fatigue and all that stuff and whatever. And so we keep trying to sort of trudge through. Like we keep trying to like go through it and do it whatever. And we talked about how wonderful it was to just stop. And we also talked about how it's sort of necessary. that those of us who have any kind of healer, light worker, any of us, all any of you in this group, anybody who's watching this video, we're being called right now to kind of go in, kind of recharge, reset, regroup a little bit. I mean, Mercury is retrograde right now, and that's sort of what the expectation of Mercury retrograde is anyway, is to regroup and reassess and reevaluate. Mercury retrograde isn't terrible. It gets a bad rap, and we do a lot of joking around about, it's got to be Mercury retrograde, but it's actually just a chance to reset and review. And there's been such changes astrologically that, but we were also talking about how we feel like this is in service of something big that's coming, something that we feel like is coming that we don't necessarily know what it is, but we feel like it's big. And so all of us now are being asked to regroup and reassess and like cocoon a little bit, winter a little bit, so that we can usher in whatever change is coming. Hi, Sharon. Good morning. How are you? Hey, Susan. How are you? Thank you for joining me. Thank you for saying hi. And I don't. I mean, you guys probably are feeling it as much as I am. Do you feel like that sense that something something big is on the horizon? And I know we've been through this big. We're in the midst of it. We're in the midst of the bigness, and we're ushering in this new change. I talked about this at nauseam. We're ushering in this new change, but I feel like there was a charged energy for a long time. I read an article, and I listened to some podcasts or some like messages about 2022 is like, it's not the reckoning, it's the maybe a harvesting. It's like things that we've been working on for so long come to fruition. And I got some guidance from my own personal self that that's going to be true for me personally. And I know if it's true for me, then it's true for the collective. It's this year is that year of reaping what we've sown. The the word that keeps coming to mind is reckoning, but I don't necessarily mean it in such a negative. Sometimes you think of a reckoning, a a negative connotation to that. It's a fearful thing, like you gotta, the reckoning will happen and stuff will happen to you. This actually feels like more of like a harvesting, a, a gathering, like we've been doing all this work, we've been in this like mess essentially for 2 years, and so much has been breaking down, and we've been challenged in so many areas and aspects, that what I feel like, what I hear, what they are telling me is that this is the chance for us to reap the benefits of the work that we've been doing, which is great news for those of us who've been doing the work, and maybe some less great news for people who haven't been doing the work, right? I've been saying all along, you do your work, right? There's a chance right now for us to usher in a totally new humanity, and you get to decide, what is the world you want to create? What are you being asked to do in the world? What's your purpose? What's your mission? What's your role in this? And everybody alive right now has a role. Like, we can't actually do this without every single person in the world. And I know that seems like a ridiculous task, to think that every person in the world is going to get on board with doing some sort of spiritual. That's not what I mean. But what I mean is, even the people who are so unconscious that they don't know they don't know their head from their asshole, as well as, yeah, that's a very old expression. but like even the people who are totally unconscious, even the people who are the shadow leaders, even the people who are doing stuff that makes your head want to pop off and you're just like, what the fuck, right? Even those people, it's all part of this like grand design. I can't, so when I'm not a very visual, like my information doesn't necessarily come visually, but I said they mostly I talk, when I say they, what I mean is my guides, or what I've come to call the Council of Light. I talked to you guys about this like briefly a couple weeks ago. But the Council of Light is this like panel, and so far there's three of them. I don't know if there are more, but there are three sort of beings, celestial beings, that they give me guidance. They're actually the ones who give me the words to say to you guys when I do these Mondays with Robin, and they're the ones that when I speak like these profound truths, they're sort of speaking through me. I'm learning how to sort of discuss talk with them, and it's kind of an interesting, cool dance that we're doing. It's kind of a cool process, which I kind of enjoy, as much as sometimes I'm like, I need a minute. Like what you're asking me is I can't. So it's been a fun kind of journey that I've been on for the past several months. But so and they tell me for years, my whole lifetime, and in many lifetimes. But so when I say they, that's what I mean. But I say all this. I'm not a visual person most of the time, but when I think about, when I see when I see the world, I sort of see it as this like incredibly intricate, beautiful web. Like I can actually see it as like strands of, I don't know, it looks bluish, sort of bluish silvery color, and it connects all of us. There's not a single person in the world that isn't connected in this web. And some of the places I see are like hot spots. They're like these like bright lights of either a group of people or one individual that have this like bright spot that, like, I don't know, anchors things in, or like there's like a whew there, right? There's a solidity to that place, and strands spread out. Every place is a light. Every place is a light. I see that very, very clearly. But sometimes the lights are brighter or more solid, and I think those are the people. Those are the healers. Those are the ones that, those of us that are do the work and sort of shine our light, and really try to be as clean and as clear and as present as we can, so that we can shine, so that we can show you the way, so that we can remind you what it means to be alive, so that we were like, just give you a direction, right? But I see it as like this intricate pattern of web, and like my energy touches all of these different people, and then all of those different people touch all of those. It's beautiful, and I can actually see it across the whole the whole planet. I mean, if I let it, I could probably see it across the whole universe, but that sometimes is like, it's too much for me. But I can see it, and it's a neat place. I'm saying all of this because we all have a purpose. We all have a role to play in this web. Like I could pull a string. Like I could sort of like I can play with it. Like I can pull it, and I can watch that sort of go across this, and I watch it like sort of light up, right? And become vibrant, and then right? So I love to play with that sometimes. The Matrix, whatever. It's the same energy, right? But like I love to play with it. And sometimes I feel like a spider on a web, and when the spiders feel all the vibrations, right? And they can sense, based on their vibrations, what's going on. And I feel that I definitely feel that. And so we all have a place, we all have a role, we all have something we're here to do. We all have a thing, a part of the web, a part of this matrix, that we have a light to shine. And that's I mean, that's why I talked. That's the title of this thing today, was hope. And I mean hope, not because of things that will get better, because everything's perfect right now as is. But when I say hope, I mean the knowing, the knowing that we're here for a reason, the knowing that there's something bigger than we are. There are forces at play that we can't even begin to comprehend. Like that presence of experiencing the fact that we're all part of this great big web network, and we're all connected. We're all part of it. We're all facets of the same oneness. And so that it's like, it's not hope that things will get better. It's the trust that things are exactly where they're supposed to be. And there's a sense of, there's a relief in that. Not relief, there's a peace in that. The peace of being 100% at home, being 100% ready to accept our own divinity, our own specialness, our own place in the world. And nobody's better than anybody else, and nobody has any more power or say, or nobody's purpose is greater than somebody else's purpose. But like, we all have a purpose. We all have a reason. We all are part of the oneness. We're all facets of it, and it's necessary. And so I would like to invite you today to see if you can quiet your mind for just a minute and feel that oneness, feel that connection, feel the web, feel your hub, feel your energy center as a hub, and see if you can shine your light a little bit brighter today, and see if you can trust in the knowing that you're here for a reason. And we're all here for a reason. We're all here right now in this moment, in this time, because something big is either coming or here or whatever. Something big is present. Something big is up. And so do what you need to recharge and regroup and reassess, but also do what you need to shine your light as bright as possible, because the world really does need your light. You, specifically you. And if you're watching this, I'm talking to you. If you're watching, let me know. If you tuned in, say hi. And if you watched a replay, also say hi. But like, I mean it sincerely. Every single person, regardless of what they are doing to you or for you or anything, has a role to play. So can you maybe approach today with reverence for everybody? Is that possible? Can you do that? Or if not reverence, maybe just not dislike, right? Can you possibly approach everybody that you see, every interaction, anybody you meet or talk to on Facebook, anything? Can you approach it with, this is a reflection of you. This is a mirror. This is a part of you. This is a part of you. With just a different, just it looks different, but it's the same you. Imagine what we would be able to create. Imagine how we can usher in this amazing thing. Anyway, I've waxed philosophical for long enough. Um, uh, and I don't necessarily know if I reached the point I was supposed to get to today or not, but that's what I wanted to share, is that we're all part of the same one. And so let's see if we can act today as if we are. Um, I had a really amazing, very intimate science of happiness class yesterday. It was so much fun. It was so much fun to sit and chat with these women who were who showed up and they're doing their work, and we're all in different stages of growth and personal development and stuff, and it was neat. It was really cool to get to be able to share my wisdom and learn from them, because it was so intimate. We got to it was real sharing. Um, in the next couple of days and weeks, I'm going to be doing some talks around archetypes and things. I have an archetype class that I'm going to be teaching. I actually moved it out to March for a couple of different reasons, but it will be March 6th. So if you're interested, I will happily have a conversation with you. So stay tuned for that launch. And I really am seriously thinking about doing a Ho'oponopono class. Um, but so I'm going to be doing some more work around Ho'oponopono in the next couple of days and weeks too. So stay tuned. There should be an email newsletter coming out today. If it's not today, it'll be out tomorrow. So if you're not on my mailing list, make sure you let me know what your email is, and I'll put you on my mailing list. And yeah, follow us here, follow us on Instagram, follow me on YouTube. I'm putting out some cool stuff everywhere. So thank you for being here. And if you want to invite people to this group, please do that. My birthday is in March, and I'm going to be actually doing. I think I'm going to do like a giveaway for March. I'm going to ask like people to like invite as many people as you can to this group, and it'll yes, I love giving away presents on my birthdays. Birthdays are beautiful. And birthdays are amazing because it's the time that your light chose to incarnate on the planet. Like I think birthdays are a national it should be a national celebration, international celebration, because it's the day your soul came onto the planet. That's an amazing day. And again, it comes back to because we're all necessary. So we will do more for my birthday, which is in March, but that's a little bit away from now. So stay tuned, watch this space, check in with me. Let me know if there's anything you want me to talk about too, let me know that, and I will talk to you later. Mwah.